So past couple of days I've been in the city of Las Vegas, New Mexico, doing prefab training with B.Public Prefab. And what they are, they basically will build your exterior building envelope, all of your walls, your roofs, and your floor if you're on a raised foundation. So they'll build all 6 sides of your building towards passive house standards. And then what we do as general contractors will come and assemble them on site. So we'll ship them to us pre-made, and they're all numbered. So it's kind of like doing a Legos kit. And we basically put these together in numbers and rows, and all we really have to supply is a slab on grade if that's what is required, or raised foundation, and then they supply everything else for the building envelope. And that way we can build an exterior wall and the roof in a matter of maybe a week or two instead of months. It's a great process to do, and it's going to be the future of our industry in construction, is having things built in a factory and shipped to the site, so you can save a lot of time and your clients money. Why don't we go inside and we'll take a look at some of the prefab walls that they already have. Okay, so I'm going inside, and we've got another one of our students that are in the class. He's also doing some videotaping, but you can see their process of what they're actually doing. We'll come over here clockwise first, and we'll see their assembly. So a lot of the framing materials or even wall materials could be made out of these TGIs, and they're structural, very light, and they can span a lot further than its same size in a regular piece of lumber. Very strong and efficient, and we've got a lot of nailing for either exterior or interior flooring or whatever the process, or drywall, whatever's going on them. So this is one of the first assembly lines that they have going on in their factory of building the walls and the floor assemblies. They also have the LVLs, or laminated beams. As you can tell here, these are very straight and sturdy, and again can span a lot more than a regular piece of lumber, such as this lumber over here. So you can see how they have all their cut pieces. This is a kiln dried, or a KD piece of lumber, and it's very strong, very sound, and straight, and that's what we need. These are also very straight too, so if you look down the edge, see how straight that is all the way down? There's no crown in it. And a crown would mean kind of like a rainbow. It would bulge. It would bow up, and then you always want that up. So when you put weight on it, it straightens out. So let's go to another section. So here's some panelized walls that we were working on yesterday. These are mock-ups, but basically what we are doing is, this is like a 2x4 thick wall, and then we just learn how to cut them, tape them back up, or install penetrations and tape them to make them airtight. Now the only thing that would not be airtight is obviously this hole here, but here's a junction box for electrical, so that we know that it's airtight. Let's go around and see. Look at this big ass table they have here. It holds a lot of walls and framing materials. But look at this example. That's about 14 inches thick. It's got Intello Adhero 3000 wrapped all the way around it. This product is made by Proclima. And then our panels just attached to each other. So you can imagine if you had a 20-foot wall. We're just attaching all these pieces together with windows or doors or whatever on the job site and making it work. So we've got our waterproof layer here on the outside. This is controlling water. It's kind of confusing, but what the Adhero 3000 does is water control and vapor control. On the inside, we're either using an Intello Plus, which it says right there, or a step up, Intello X. So the X is a little bit better. It's got a little bit more better adhesives and drying potential in it, but it also is stronger for holding the insulation. And you can see how clean that looks when the walls come. Very easy for the drywallers to come in here and follow the green marks. That's where our studs would be. So everything that they use in this factory, so this would be plywood instead of OSB or old soggy board. We would rather use a plywood because it's more steady. It will be a better absorption of moisture and releasing it better than OSB. OSB tends to expand and contract too much. So all these little platforms that you see are basically stations of where they build things. Another great piece, instead of using the blown-in cellulose in most of the wall cavities, there is an option to use Havelock wool. So this is a Havelock wool product right here. Very nice and durable. Probably the best on the market, and has a great R value of about R 4.2. And we can customize this. This would come in a loose fill, come in a bat, and hopefully they're going to start making this as an exterior board also, so we can maybe start using it on the outside. But that might, time will tell. It'll take a while for that. So here's another mock-up that we were working on yesterday, and this is our window assembly. So what we want to do is make our windows usually about an inch big all the way around, and then this is a block window. Which means there's no fins on it. So we want to try to set this window in the middle of our insulation. So this wall is not too thick. It's about 8 inches, as you can tell here. But if you look, it sits in the middle of our wall. We've got a couple inches there. We have about an inch here, but this is on the inside. So we want our windows to be in the insulation zone, right? We don't want them sitting on the outside of the building. We don't want them sitting on the inside. We want them sitting right in the middle so they're inside of the comfort zone. And then when we're done with that, instead of using a 1-part spray foam, we come in here and we stick that Havelock wool, as you can see it here. So this is a loose fill Havelock wool, and this is literally from sheep in New Zealand. And they buy it and they ship it over here, and then we can pack it around our windows and our doors. And then that gives us a really good base for insulating our windows, right? Because we have insulation here, then we have wood. Then we have more insulation, then we have wood. And then we have our window insulation, which this is where we're losing a lot of our R value in our wall assemblies. So we want to protect them as much as possible. What's really cool about these windows, let me see how this, look how this opens up. So that gives you the opportunity to just crack it and let ventilation come through, or you can open it up even further. So this is an awning type of window. Let's go take a look at another one if we have one available to look at. So insulated with fiberglass or aluminum cladding, triple paned windows, very heavy duty, very energy efficient. And the R values on these are getting up above maybe R6 to R8 or even more. Just depends on the manufacturer and the type of material that you're actually using. So again, this one's a quad window, so you can see 4 pieces of glass in this one. And in the centers, they're actually light, very thin, but they actually help reduce the weight of the window, but still perform very good. So here's another one of our wall assemblies, and you can see this is kind of like got a pitch to it. So this wall is probably for a shed roof or a gable end, and so our roof will sit on this top part, and that's probably our bottom. But what's nice about this equipment that they have, they can actually spin these around. So as you can see, they can staple our netting on. They can go ahead and put the the dense packed cellulose in place, and then they can just spin this whole thing around and then do whatever they need to do on either side. So it makes it very easy for them to navigate and to control each wall panel that they are making. The other good thing about it is you can see these straps on here. These will allow them to hold the insulation in place before they put their Intello X over the whole wall assembly. And for us as general contractors, being able to have these walls pre-labeled, already built, ready to go and shipped out, all we really have to do is get the foundation going, and then that way our walls are built. I don't have to depend on the framers to sit there for months framing up walls and asking us about mistakes or things like this. What do I need to do? It's already taken care of in here. Then I don't have to worry about waterproofing or putting our peel and stick at Hero 3000 on. I don't have to worry about dense pack insulation. I don't have to worry about taping the window seams. I don't have to worry about a lot of things. I just have to be the site supervisor, making sure these panels go in the right spot at the right tolerances. So great product. I'm very happy to be here with B.Public Prefab here in New Mexico. Very excited to be here with a great group of guys. I've got Havelock wool insulator manufacturer here. I also have the hemp texture manufacturer here. We also have a former co-founder of EMU is in this class today. Her name is Mariana. So we got a lot of great people here in this class learning about prefabrication, panelized wall assemblies. Stay tuned and we'll show you more today on how we're actually going to be using a crane and installing these wall panels. Here's one of the mock-up wall assemblies with the dense packed cellulose in it. So you can kind of see how they're packing in the sides of the I-joist if another wall is coming to it. But I think the material they're using is a rubberized or a synthetic material here instead of that fiberglass. But you can see how good they're applying the Adhero and how dense packed that is. Let's go to a live box sample over here. So here's part of a wall assembly. Here's all that dense packed cellulose. So you can see how the wall is built. You got your TGI. You got some 2x4s for backing and headers. And then another wall could be attaching to this, and you can see that this is insulation here with a backer rod. And when another panel comes up against it, it bulges out a little bit. The other one does the same, so you can get a really good seal. Then all you have to do is come over here and tape this on the outside to waterproof it, and you tape it on the inside to control your air. Okay, but dense packed cellulose, one of the best things to use. Oh, love the pink window.